We are here at Gasparilla Island Grill at the Grand Floridian Resort to try the new family pack dinner. We're really interested to see what we think about this. It's a lot of pasta, which I'm very excited about because I love pasta, but they're Mickey head shaped pizzas, there's some lasagna. There's a lot going on in this meal pack. It's a little pricey for what's inside, so we are interested to see if we feel like it's worth the price.
Yeah, it's supposed to feed a family of 4, which I mean is pretty good, but for $90, I feel like you could feed a family of 4 with regular meals here at the quick service location. So I'm kind of curious to price it all out, see how much food is here, see if it's good, and then check out the special dessert that they have, as well as the game that comes with it. Yes. So I mean, I know there's no value necessarily on the game because you can't buy it by itself, but still, that's got to contribute to the factor of, is this worth it or not? Either way, I'm really excited about this. The food looks good, and I'm really hungry.
We just got our food. They said it does take 20 to 30 minutes for this entire order to be done. So something to keep in mind if you're hungry at this moment. You might just want to get something that's a little easier and faster. So this did take about 21 minutes total from start to finish. So they were pretty accurate with that. They cannot accommodate any allergies with this. However, if you do have a question about an allergy, they can answer the question before your order, but no gluten, dairy, no kind of allergy can be accommodated with the family dinner pack. Something to keep in mind. Let's see what everything is inside. So we do have, wow, 4 ginormous rolls in here. You can see there's 3 more in there. They did include plates, which is really nice since this is a to-go. How cute is that? I love good presentation. Okay, here we go. Oh, cute, cute, cute. So these are the little games that come with each of these family packs. So welcome to game night, and they basically explain what to do. And everyone gets their own button. So we've got team captain, goofiest player, it's cute, super seeker, most charming. Who chose Donald as most charming? Best team player, nice little detail there. Most stylish, always, Daisy. Cute. Oh my goodness. You all know how much we love hidden Mickeys and finding Mickey heads. This is amazing. How cute is that? It's the little details. Considering how much this was, there is a lot of food in here, especially if you're getting this for you and kids. Oh, okay, good. We actually did wonder about this, so this answered our question. Silverware. Here we go. Awesome, and it's recyclable. And anything else we could possibly need for this evening. So Parmesan makes sense. Pepper, dressing. Okay, got it. And I assume butter for the rolls. Here's the dessert. Try to be very careful with this. They plated it very well. And it's Minnie Mouse. See that? Minnie Mouse head. So that is a cheesecake. And they actually did put the syrup on the side, which is really great for me because that means I can actually have the fruits and everything without all the red sauce on top, which is really exciting. And I just love this so much. Still very hot, so keep that in mind, especially if you have kids helping you unpack. This is incredibly hot. Oh my goodness. I'm so impressed with everyone back there right now. So they said this is supposed to feed 4 people. If you cut this up into 4, it's kind of a lot. So again, I feel like this would be great maybe for 4 adults, but if you're a family with little kids, this is definitely gonna last you more than 1 meal. Now, especially if you have kids, they might not want the lasagna, which is why they have these things. Mickey pizza. Very excited about this though, it just looks really good. And there's the pepperoni. So I love that the salad was an option for those who maybe can't have gluten or would prefer not to have all that heavy food. There is a salad option for everyone. It was a basic salad, nothing special about it. I did like that there were 2 different types of dressings so we could kind of choose. And of course the Mickey heads were just like an extra thing on top, which was awesome.
We also got rolls with the lasagna. They were a lot softer than we expected. It looked like it was gonna be a hard baguette, but no, they were soft, really tasty. And then the lasagna itself was really surprisingly very good. I was really impressed with this. It's not as many layers as I was expecting for a lasagna because typically you have a lot more small layers, but it was really tasty. They didn't overcook it. All the noodles were done perfectly. The cheese in the middle, the sauce on top. I was a big fan of the lasagna.
So was I. That was definitely our favorite part of the meal. The pizza was just okay. It's a great option for kids. The fact that it's in the shape of a Mickey head is really awesome. And I do like that you can choose cheese, pepperoni, or 2 of each. So that was really nice. However, I actually was not a fan of this pizza based on what I had tonight. I would never come in and just order that as a quick service meal.
And the pizza is very different than the flatbreads they normally serve here at Gasparilla Island Grill. So normally I like their flatbreads. This was totally different. Similar sauce, but I think that's about the extent of the similarities as far as the flavor profile, because this was a very thick crust and not a flatbread like you would normally get here. Like you said, it's a great option for kids, but we're not really fans of the pizza.
But the dessert was really pretty and really good. This was a very thick, dense cheesecake. I loved that it was Minnie Mouse because we got Mickey with everything else. Minnie Mouse did get a part in this. She was the cheesecake part. I loved the presentation with the fruit. It was very good. It's an Oreo cheesecake, which is really nice. It does come with a fruit sauce on the side, which is really nice if you don't want it on there, and so it doesn't make the cheesecake soggy by just sitting on there.
Overall, I was really happy with this meal. The food was really good. I think I'm not really sold on the $90 price point of it. It's supposed to feed 4 people. There's definitely enough lasagna for more than 4 people, especially when you factor in the pizza and the salad. But still, $90 is a lot for the amount of food that we got. It was super convenient because it's all there. You can just take it and have your meal ready to go. But I think I'd probably rather just choose 4 or 5 different individual quick service meals if I was gonna be ordering from the location here. It did come with a game, which was a nice little bonus, and it has some little buttons there as well as cards that instruct you on how to play the different games. Each card is its own little game, and you can give the button to the person who wins, so everyone can have some type of a prize in the game as long as you have 6 or less people. The game is super cute, but probably not worth the extra that you're paying to make that $90 value of the meal.
Some things to keep in mind: no drinks are included with that $90 price tag, so you do have to pay for those or have your own in the room, which if you do, that's great, but a lot of people like to have certain drinks, so you do have to pay even more, so it actually costs more than $90. And as he mentioned, it may be worth it for you just for everyone to get individual meals because not everyone may want the pizza or the lasagna, and since they cannot accommodate allergies, I know that's going to be an issue for some people, and I totally understand that. So that does throw a wrench into things. I think this is a really fun thing to do if you can as a family, especially on a rainy day when you come back early from the park and you're like, I'd love to do something fun. We weren't planning to go out to eat. Then doing this prize pack was really great because it's a game you can do in the room. You can eat in the room, and it's definitely a fun family thing to do, but there are definitely pros and cons to this.
So that's our thoughts on the new Family to Go dinner pack here at Gasparilla Island Grill at Grand Floridian.
Hello everyone, we are here for night number 2 of the Disney Family Dinner Night Meal. We're here at Caribbean Beach at Centertown Market. We did get the option to choose our meal to go or dine in, which was really nice. And we're really interested to see the difference in the meal tonight versus last night at Grand Floridian.
The meal at the Grand Floridian at Gasparilla Island Grill does cost a little more. It's $10 more than the meal is here, but it's very different food as well. There they have lasagna and pizza, things like that. Here they have a Jamaican chicken with fried yuca. We've got some grilled vegetables. We also have some cilantro rice, a decorate your own Mickey Mouse cookie kit. Really curious about how that one's gonna go. And of course we get the little game kit that comes with it, just like the one we got at Gasparilla Island Grill. So you have some games to play with your family.
So let's see everything we got. So we ordered our meal as a dine-in instead of to-go. I guess to-go would just mean that we get another bag versus the tray, because it kind of was all to-go. Now this is really nice because if you don't finish everything, you do have a way to package it back up, so I do appreciate that. So let's see what all we got. We're gonna start with the big one here, because this is the main thing we're getting, the Jamaican style chicken. Look at the Mickey head. We love finding Mickey heads. I really appreciate that they took the time to include stuff like this. There is fried yuca under there as well, but we'll have to show that later because it's way deep under there. Next up, we have the vegetables and cilantro rice. And there is a good amount of rice in there. You can see it all the way up the side here and over here. Not a lot of vegetables on top. I can't imagine most kids would want the vegetables anyway, so this is more for the adults as far as this one goes. And this is probably our favorite thing that is in this package, because if you've ever heard us talk about Sebastian's Bistro, that's here at Caribbean Beach, you've heard us talk about these amazing pull-apart rolls. These are the same rolls they serve over there, and it does come with the onion jam. However, this right here, the guava butter, this is what we love so much. These rolls are so good and so soft. I cannot wait to eat these. So we're gonna see what's inside the bag. And just like yesterday, we do get the adorable Minnie Mouse game packet. And it does appear that these are the same games that we saw yesterday during that meal. So that is something to keep in mind. If you want to try both, you will get the same games during both of them. That doesn't mean they're not fun. It's just not something different if that's what you're looking for. But these are super adorable. And for dessert, this is different than Grand Floridian because this is more of a family project, I guess. So we do get 2 already decorated cookies, which I really appreciate because, let's be honest, ours are never going to look like this. So I appreciate we got some cute ones. So you do get 6 cookies total, and we've got Mickey and Minnie there. And it looks like this is how we are going to decorate the cookies. In the pictures that Disney shows, they do show everything in little piping bags. However, it looks like they just gave all of this to us in here. So I guess you use a knife, which is fine. But these are some really dark colors to be using. Of course, we have Mickey head sprinkles. I'm very excited about these because I love sprinkles. Now, I will be decorating a couple of these. However, I will not be eating the one I decorate. I'll just be enjoying one of the cookies by itself so I can try it. But this does look like a lot of fun. However, I can also see this going horribly wrong depending on how old the kids are. They do include, just like yesterday, the forks, knives, and spoons. I do like, however, that we got these extra napkins because we did not have enough napkins last night. There is one inside, but it's pretty thin. These are like really awesome thick napkins, so I do appreciate that. And this is a family style meal, so they did give us plenty of plates. Again, if you're taking this back to your room, these are very much needed because you're kind of separating everything out with the chicken and the rice and everything. We were really happy with the meal we had this evening. The pull-apart rolls and the guava butter were exactly what I wanted. They were just as amazing as I remember them being. I'm so happy it was part of this meal.
And the main entree, the jerk chicken, was delicious. I wasn't really expecting much out of this, to be honest, but I was impressed. A lot of flavor to it. The chicken was super moist. I really appreciate they didn't overcook it. And it wasn't as spicy as I thought it was going to be either.
I agree. It did have an itty bitty kick, but as someone who does not do spicy at all whatsoever, I really enjoyed this. It was not too spicy. It's just a very tiny kick. But if you are sensitive or if you have little ones eating this, that is something to consider. Also, this is not boneless chicken. There are bones in there. So again, with little ones, you want to be aware of that. The fried yuca was really good. We have never had yuca before, did not know what to expect, but it's basically like a fried potato. It was very well seasoned. We both very much enjoyed this, way more than we thought we would. I'm really glad it was in there too.
As for the other vegetables, we had some carrots and some broccolini, as well as some peppers and onions. The carrots were actually really good, had nice seasoning to them, they were cooked really well. I felt like the broccolini was really undercooked and under-seasoned, but it could just be me, I might be picky about my broccoli. And the peppers and onions were kind of just peppers and onions. There was also cilantro rice that all the vegetables came with, and that was not as flavorful as we thought it was going to be. It really didn't taste like cilantro at all. Didn't have much flavor to it, so we mixed it with our chicken, and the seasoning on the chicken mixed with the cilantro rice was a great combination, but on its own the rice really wasn't that good.
And last but certainly not least, those adorable sugar cookies. We had a lot of fun decorating these. It was really enjoyable, but these were really thin sugar cookies. They tasted great. I did have some on its own. I really enjoyed it, but they're so thin, it's very easy to break them. We actually broke 2 of them in the process of all of this. So between that and how difficult it was to mix up the frosting, it was not already already basically pre-mixed. We worked really, really hard to mix this up so that we could use it. It just doesn't feel like it's very kid-friendly with all of that. The sprinkles were a lot of fun, of course, all the colors, we loved all that. However, it just didn't seem kid-friendly or honestly even adult-friendly. By the time we did all that, we could have just eaten the cookies.
Yeah, I agree. It was a lot of work just to decorate those cookies, and if there were kids involved, it would have been a gigantic mess just because they used the royal icing, not like a frosting, like a buttercream frosting. So I'm not really sure what the thinking was on that, but it's going to be incredibly messy if you're doing that with little kids. Just something you want to keep in mind if that's what your party looks like. Overall, I was really happy with the food from this meal. There weren't too many things that were disappointing. The chicken itself was definitely the star, as you expected. I still don't think, though, that it's worth the $80 price tag for this meal, because for 4 people, you can order a quick service meal each and get whatever you want and not all have to eat the same thing and still probably come out under $80. Now, this does come with the cookie decorating kit, so you have to factor in desserts to that price, and it does come with the little game. But still, I have a hard time justifying the $80 price point just because there's not a ton of variety in the food, and it's really going to be tough to get little kids to eat some of the things like the vegetables and maybe even the chicken.
It was very strange that it felt like the meal was geared towards adults. As 2 adults, we very much enjoyed it. It was very flavorful. It was great. But the game and the cookies felt like it was geared towards kids. However, I don't foresee kids necessarily loving this versus getting something like pizza that they could order that they want. I really would have loved to see them do maybe some pieces of chicken and some chicken nuggets. That really would have done a really good job to gear towards kids. So this was just kind of a confusing meal where it's just like if you're 2 adults, you don't necessarily want to decorate your own cookies for dessert. At the same time, if you have little kids, you have to be very careful with things like the chicken and the bones in there. So it's just a very confusing meal as far as I'm not sure who this was geared towards.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that video review of this new family dinner pack they have here at Centertown Market at Caribbean Beach Resort. If you come and try this, let us know in the comments what you think. Are we off base on our valuation here? Is it better? Is it a good value if you have kids? I'm not really sure. You know, we don't have kids here, but as far as we can tell, it just doesn't seem like that great of a deal. Thanks so much for watching this video, and until next time.
We're here with the ears.